Hi guys, well, I didn't get too far in terms of the assembly of the sidecar since I spoke to you last, because I need to remove the radiator. So, the radiator, you've got two bolts, one here, one here. You've got two more down low, down on the bottom. But on top of that, this pipe on the water pump down here has to go. There's a pipe up here has to go for the filler. Third pipe here for the water coolant going down into the engine in there has to go. All that has to go, but to get to all of them, I had the electrical plate fitted inside here. I had to remove all the electrics, which meant basically I said while I was at it, I might as well take out the battery box and all that because they're all coming out anyway. So that's what I've been doing now. So a few more bits and pieces to take off, and then hopefully we'll be able to get the radiator out. Right, guys. This is the next project that I'm going to do now. It's the hand gear shifter, or suicide shifter as it's more commonly known. I'm making it myself. It's going to be a pretty tight fit because I want to make sure it doesn't foul the foot peg or foul the exhausts which are down below. So I'm going to make the whole thing myself, and I'm going to sort of put some sort of a design into it, and I'm going to put the a hand grip at the top. There will also be, the clutch will also be operated from here. So there's a bit of messing around and a bit of making in it. So that's what I'm at now for the moment, and I'm hoping to get that done, well, hopefully in the next day or two. Hi guys, right, the gear lever is done, barring a couple of small little bits and pieces. I must put a small little top hat bush inside there so I can squeeze the engine mount, the top engine mounting properly, and the lever will still be loose inside it. Other than that, there's a linkage to go onto this bar here, straight down inside the points cover onto the gear lever below. So that's got to be done. But other than that, the actual lever itself is pretty much sorted. I've got a clutch lever on it and a grip on it, but I won't be using them. They're just there for the build, for the purposes of the build. I've given it a quick shot of black spray because there was 2 or 3 different colour metals on it, just to give me a sort of a complete look, so to speak. But that's effectively what I'm looking for now. Hi guys. Right, today's job is to sort out the gear lever and all the linkages so I can change gears. Right, the issue I have, right, first of all, I've got to sort out the back. I've got a new plate to put on here and some dome nuts to tidy all that up. Then what I've got is I've got a bit of threaded bar. It's a perfect job for it because you can cut it and measure it to whatever you need. Clip off of an old master cylinder. We'll go on the end here, M6 bolt through there. I can cut this to what I want in, because this is the bar that goes down onto the gear lever. I'll be cutting the end off the gear lever. I'll drill a hole through the gear lever then, M6 hole, and this guy will go down over the top of that. So what you'll end up with is, you'll end up with the bar coming down from the gear lever, in through here, and connecting up to the end of the gear lever. So that's the plan for today. So I will get back to you later on when it's all set up and done. I'll show you how it works. Right, the gear lever's finished. What you have here is that's the push rod now that I was talking about, threaded bar. I've sleeved it in a brass sleeve that I had lying around. That's going straight down now. You can see the gear lever down there at the bottom. Connected up here through the gear lever all the way to the top. That'll be your clutch lever. Now the problem is, because the gear lever is so high, it's quite heavy either way. So what I've had to do is I've connected up to 2 springs, and what they do basically is, as you change gear, one stretches, one pulls and one pushes, so the gear lever will always return back to the same position. Because the last thing you need down the road is to slam on the brakes and the gear lever pop forward and you jump back into gear. So that's that finished. I've put the bush inside the middle, so the bush is done. I've plated the back of it, so that's the gear lever now completely finished, other than paint. Hi guys, right, today's job of the day is this guy. That's my exhaust. It's got to be cut here. It's got to be turned through here into the other side and join into this one and exiting up the side here. That's the sort of the general plan. Now I've got 2 what I would consider to be, bear with me now 1 sec, issues possibly to deal with. One is this guy. That's the lower front brace of the sidecar. It's very, very, very close to where the headers are coming out, so I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue. If it is, we'll have to sort that. And the second one is this guy here is the bottom rear brace for the sidecar. No, so what I'm going to end up having to do is exit the pipe through here, make up brackets and whatever, and join it into the existing system here in some fashion, and sort of take it up the side here. So that's the plan anyway, guys. Quick update on the exhaust. This is the rear brace for the sidecar that was in the way of the headers. Once I'd cut the header was butting right up against the back here, and I couldn't actually do anything with it. So that ended up having to be moved back about a foot. This is the new piece I just cut. It's fitting into the header, as you can see just there. Bends around underneath here. That's going to meet up with, bear with me. That's going to meet up with this guy in here. That's going to go in there. And what's going to end up happening is that's going to go up here. So what we're going to have is one of dual pipes coming up. I'm keeping this because I like that with the heat shields and everything on. I like the angle off the end of it. So I'm going to cut the original one up and slide the original one over this so the two of them match. And I'm going to put some more heat shields in. But that's that's where we are so far with the exhaust. By the end of the day today, I should be fairly well sorted with it, okay? I have the pipes done. I actually ended up doing two completely separate pipes. So what you see there now, the lower pipe is the pipe exiting from the other side of the bike. I brought it straight through, as you can see there. You can see it going through. You can have a quick look. It needs to be welded, taken off and welded. But as you can see, that's the pipe going through there. So that's all nicely tidied up. I had to move this back about a foot. So that's all. It's all done. So it's the exhaust actually worked out much better than I thought it would do. And I'm very pleased with it. Hey guys, right. I'm looking to make a frame brace that'll go down around here. Now, I found when I was doing a bit of clearing up in the last few days, I found a couple of old sprockets. So I put one in there. There's a brace, the original brace is behind it, but what I can do is when I strip the bike down later on for paint and for blasting, I can cut the bracket out the back and this can be welded up properly. How I'm measuring them up is cutting the sprocket out of cardboard and basically offering it into the frame, cutting it the side, cut the cardboard into size, and come back then and put the sprocket down, or put the cardboard in over the sprocket. And this is what you're left with. So that's the finished piece. So what I do now is come back here, and that will be offered in there like so, and that will be welded in place there. Be spot welded for now, and it can be welded properly then at a later stage. And I think that will look really cool. Okay, guys, see you later. Bye bye.